and welcome to Crusader Nation. I am Sean Ryan, and I am your host for today. This is the 5th installment of Crusader Nation in the first week of November. To start off this episode, we're going to head over to Nate and Dan with our football news.
Thanks, Sean. And what's good, Canisius? Welcome back to Crusader Nation football.
This past weekend, your Crusaders faced off against the Cathedral Prep Ramblers in a high-powered matchup for Senior Day.
A strong showing from both teams resulted in a 21-17 loss for Canisius.
The defense performed at a high level for most of the game, but his pick six and a kickoff return for a touchdown dug a hole for the Canisius offense.
Despite a disappointing Senior Day, the football team still has a couple exciting weeks ahead of them as playoffs approach.
The Crusaders secured a first-round bye after going undefeated in conference play during the regular season.
The Crusaders will play the winner of the quarterfinal game between St. Mary's and St. Joe's at Ralph Wilson Stadium on November 13th.
Make sure you can come out and support your team for the final games of the season.
Thanks for joining us once again. Back to you, Sean.
Thanks, guys. Can't wait. Now here's Charlie with our volleyball news.
The Canisius volleyball team has the potential to win the Monsignor Martin League title for the 16th straight year. Last night, the team defeated league rival St. Joe's in 3 games by the scores of 25-9, 25-20, and 25-13. The whole team played solid defensively, and outside hitter Chaz Polka really stepped up big offensively. The championship game is this Friday at 7 o'clock at Cardinal O'Hara after the girls' game. Come support the team.
Thanks, Charlie. Next up is soccer with Sam Hoare.
Canisius took home the Monsignor Martin AA Championship for the first time since 2012 on Sunday with a 2-1 victory over rival St. Joe's. Senior captain Ryan Skello opened the scoring for the Crusaders 5 minutes into the game, scoring on a free kick from just outside the box after a St. Joe's defender fouled junior J.P. Bovak. St. Joe's came back and tied the game 10 minutes later as junior Mike Mazzar unintentionally headed the ball into the Crusader goal. After 60 minutes of back-and-forth action, junior Max Montante finished off the Marauders by heading home a loose ball in the box to put the game away. Senior captain Will Bolton earned the assist on the goal. Senior keeper Charles Colber registered 9 saves in the victory, including some key saves with about 20 minutes left in the game when St. Joe's was putting on the pressure. Junior Connor O'Keefe, senior Wes Ryder, and sophomore John Uba all played important roles in the victory. The Crusaders move on to the Catholic State semifinals at St. John's University in New York City on the weekend of November 13th and 14th, but their opponent has yet to be determined.
In this episode of Crusader Nation, we are featuring our student exchange program made possible by the language department. Each year, we send Canisius students to Spain during the summer, and Canisius families host Spanish students here in Western New York during December. This program has created some amazing international friendships, not to mention incredible experiences for those students involved. We discussed the exchange further with John QUINLAN, a current senior who became involved with the program.
This experience started for me in my sophomore year when I first learned about the program through a Spanish class. And I decided to sign up because I thought it'd be really cool to do. And for my year, the Spanish student came and lived with me for 2 weeks, and he went to school with me. They did a bunch of other field trips, and then I went to Spain for a week in February, or 10 days. The person who came with me and shadowed me here and who I went to Spain with was named Pedro Quiros. He was a student from San Ignacio, Oviedo, who's just a year younger than me. One of the most interesting things that I did in Spain was just taking a walk around the city of Oviedo, just seeing the architecture and culture, and we even went to an open-air market, which was really cool. It's just a totally different experience from America.
So when the exchange students came in December, I was a little hesitant at first. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought it might be awkward at times in the house, but I think it actually ended up being a lot better for the Canisius students, actually, that they came to America first and we didn't go to Spain, because we got to know the students at our own houses and in our own environment, so it was more comfortable for us, and it wasn't awkward at all, actually. The coolest experience I probably had in Spain was we went to a Gijón soccer game. Gijón is about 20 minutes from Oviedo. It's just another city. And we went to one of their soccer games, though, and it was really cool because we were in like a real Spanish soccer stadium. The stadium was huge. To see all the fans was really intense. It was a great vibe, and it was definitely a lot of fun.
If freshmen, sophomores, or juniors are interested in becoming involved in the exchange program, come see Mrs. Lugani in room 3E3. Now here's a special announcement about our Parents Association.
Thanks, Sean. Just a reminder, the Parents Association will be holding their annual poinsettia and wreath sale in preparation for the coming Christmas season. These beautiful locally grown poinsettia plants and handmade wreaths make great decorations for your home. All proceeds go to the campus ministry department to provide services to members of our Canisius community who are in need. You can find the order form on the Canisius website and through the school Twitter at CanisiusHS. All orders are due by Friday, November 20th. The Parents Association and Campus Ministry Department appreciate your support. Thank you. Back to you, Sean.
Can't wait for my poinsettias. Thanks, Alex. In special news, the Sandbox in Mr. Wanzer's room M102 generated buzz this past week on Channel 7 News. The Sandbox helps students visualize a topographic map in 3D. It helps with a more creative learning experience and a better understanding of the world around us. Liam Nevereth talked to Mr. Wanzer more about it this past week.
Sandbox works in the following way. You're all familiar with a Kinect camera from like an Xbox, right? All right, so the Kinect camera up top here is going to be reading the distance to the sand surface down below. So once we have the sand surface flattened and initially calibrated, any change in the sand surface will be picked up as distances to the Kinect camera. So the Kinect camera is taking pictures of that, surface about 30 times per second, and it's sending all that information through the computer down to the computer beneath, which is going to have a program which is going to understand those signals and convert it into a topographic map of the sand surface. The computer sends it down through the projector, and the projector projects the nice colored map of the area based on elevation and the contour line showing the elevation. So that's the effective 3D Sandbox. Pretty simple setup.
Hi Crusaders, this is Gabe here to talk to you about this fall's school production, The Chocolate War. We talked to the director, Brother Derby, to find out some insight. The whole school is very excited to see it and can't wait for November 19th through the 21st. Now here's the exclusive interview with Brother Derby.
Well, good morning, Brother Derby.
Good morning, Sean and Michael.
Thank you so much for being here with us. So I have a few questions about this year's drama production. Tell us about why you chose to do an adaptation of Robert Cormier's The Chocolate War as this fall's drama production.
Well, we lost a lot of talent last year. A lot of our experienced actors graduated, and we were looking for something that would be flexible. Something, as Mrs. Group likes to say, is all boys, modern dress, no props. And this is pretty close. It's not quite contemporary, but it's pretty recent. And it's set in a boys' high school. The casting is flexible, so that was really positive. And it tells a very good story, I think, about conformity, peer pressure, sort of manipulation that can happen in a high school setting, and about one boy's ability to stand up and fight back.
Now, in reference to this year's current members of the Drama Guild, what makes this year's production unique from past years?
I think the set is very abstract. It's probably the least sort of representational set we've done. It's just really just suggestions of things. And also there's this running, almost like a chorus type effect where different actors are on stage portraying the thoughts of characters that are interacting. So, you and I would be having a conversation on stage, and then my thoughts are behind me being spoken aloud for the audience to hear. And that's kind of interesting, I think.
From a director standpoint, what is the biggest challenge when producing or when directing the show?
It varies with every show. This show, I think the challenge has been that a lot of the actors are also athletes or involved in other activities, and so we've had trouble like just being together for rehearsal, having time when they're in the same room.
Yeah.
So. And this cast is kind of diverse for us, which is good. We always have some diversity, but this one is particularly strong that way. And I'm really pleased that we have so many young actors, freshmen and sophomores, or even juniors who have been had a little taste of it, but haven't been in a regular straight play. They've only been in a musical. That are in this. The leads are freshmen. They're playing freshmen, and they are freshmen, and that's awesome. That's exciting. Yeah. So
sounds like it will be very exciting. Please come out to support your fellow classmates and watch this fall's production be a huge success.
That's all for today, Canisius. Thanks for watching. Keep on being men and women for others. Have a good one.